I just mentioned Harry Tellis. So Harry, tell us about SBS Soccer Oz Aerobics.
Well, I was very fortunate to meet the right people. And remember, you can be the best producer, the best actor in the world, but without the contacts, you're going nowhere.
Correct.
I met a lot of good people. I met Bruce Gintel, who asked me whether I'm doing anything for SBS. And I said no. He said, come and see me at Elizabeth Street at the time. And he said, I would like you to produce a variety show for me. And he did the same thing for the Italians. So we did. He got to know me. And then introduced me to his technical crew, his producers. And I came up with the idea, saying, look, I'm watching a bit of football, soccer, on your SBS channel. But mate, it's going nowhere. He said, well, what can you do to change it? I said, let's put a whole game to it. And he said, but a whole game, an Australian game, would that really carry? Would the people sit and watch it? I said, we can make it interesting. It's the way we cut it. It's the way we put it across.
Yep.
And we shoot into the crowd. Because we're struggling to get people to the ground. He said, okay. I did about a year or two. Then they said, we got no money. I went and bought the rights to the National Soccer League. I went to Brian Jones at the time, Ian Hamilton, which he couldn't stand the game, and Les Murray. And I said, I'll do a deal with you, Brian. I've got 9 years. I'll give you 1 year free, and 8 years you buy off me if you're happy with the results. He said, okay. It cost me $800,000 to produce 1 year of television free to SBS. Halfway into my first agreement, the first year free, Brian Jones calls me in. He said, mate, we're very happy with your product and we're very happy the response we're getting. I want to do a deal with you now to buy the other 9 years. I said, okay. I said, what did it cost you so far? I said, so far, I don't know, but it will cost me $800,000. He said, I'll pay you that money and more. Let's sign a deal now. We've signed a deal for 9 years with SBS.
And that was the start.
That was the start. The rest is history. And I used to give him the awards free, and I used to also cut highlights and send them to free to wear, so we can convince them to put something to it.
I have to say, Harry, I have to jump in. I've watched you direct various shows. I've watched you direct news programs. I've watched you direct a social piece on policing. The manner in which you edit is what makes these shows.
It does.
You've got you've got the knack of picking up a face in a crowd. You've got the knack of picking up something that's going to hold the viewer interest. And this is one of your many strengths, Harry, is choosing the shot when you've got a panel up there of 6 cameras bringing back the game, of you jumping from camera 1 to camera 4 to camera 2. Yeah,
it's always moving.
There's a great movement in your production, and that's what drags an audience in.
Well, it's no different to you when you are acting. Timing is everything.
Sure.
And it's not just delivering lines. It's watching the other guy's eyes.
You bet.
And knowing when to come in without cutting his lines.
Correct.
And I was very fortunate to have that within me. And I explored that. And I talked to Vinny a lot of times about it. And if Vinny has seen me do a couple of shows with him, like the one with your friend,
Chris.
Yep. And with Cop to Cop.
Yep.
Yes, you're looking for that facial expression. You can't just have dialogue. You need to let those muscles move.
Look, at the end of the day, the product he's been producing is being proven to be a big seller. He's been in the business for decades.
Sure.
We're not talking a couple of years, decades.
But that was the interest in his next project, Oz Aerobics.
Oz Aerobics.
Because it wasn't just healthy, attractive Australian women doing exercises. Each of the girls had a personality in the manner in which the edits and the cuts were happening.
It's still viable today.
It
you
still
can
is.
still see Oz Aerobics today.
There you go. Oz
all over
Aerobics.
the world.
What started that, Harry? How did you think?
That was a great idea.
Was.
Okay, funny you should ask that. Gentlemen, I had the OB trucks
Yes.
for football, soccer, whatever you want to call it. And they were working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You had $29 million sitting in the storage and get them out on the warehouse and get them out on the weekends. I said to my production people, we need to get some more work. well, there's not much work out there. So I was in Hawaii one time, and I saw these guys filming on location an aerobic show. I went up to the director and said, what are you doing? He said, we have a show that goes to air every night between 5:30 and 6. I watched them direct it and I watched them produce it. I said, that's what I want. I came to Australia, produced a half-an-hour show, gave him to the Australian director of programming, every station. I got knocked back. Racism, they knocked me back because Harry Michaels was not one of those of their team drinking with them at the bloody pub.
Yep.
I'm sorry, Tony.
No, I hear you.
You know, and I wasn't part of the group.
Yep.
So Singapore were the first ones to pick it up. He said, how many shows do you have? I said, 260 shows. Only had one pilot. So they said, we want it. They were paying me $200 US a day per half hour. I said, it's okay, I can survive with my own studios. I was running at a loss, but I thought, no, I'm going to stick to this because this is going to make my company fly. So what we did, after that, there was a guy called Tom Warren in charge. Murdoch brought him in to save Channel 010.
Yes.
And he said to me, Harry, excuse me, have you got that show? I said, Tom, as a matter of fact, I'm selling it to
Singapore.
Yeah. I want it.
Wow.
I said, you can have it, but there's one problem. I can't pay you any money, but you can have all the advertising. Oh, come on, Tom, you got to give me some money.
Yeah.
Okay, little money.
Yeah.
But the advertising was so good that I kept my mouth shut. And I didn't complain. He said, how are you going? I said, I'm okay. I'm
managing.
Okay. I'm managing. Bought me a car. He made me not enough money to buy the studio and build the studio. So, excuse me. I was very fortunate because the guy knew me. The guy trusted me.
Yep.
This is what I'm saying, Tony. For you to employ a director, for you to employ an actor, you've got to know him. You've got to have a track record with him.
I agree.
And this is what Vinny tells me every day. And asks me about his job and all that very interesting stories. And Vinny says, Harry, I have stories to tell you too, but I like what you're doing. You know, and then Vinny and I work together on many productions, and like yourself. But it's who you know, gentlemen. It's who you know. Don't kid yourself. If you don't know the right people, you go and drain yourself.
Yeah. No, I agree. Folks, we'll be back. There's more to Harry Michael's life than aerobics, soccer, football, politics, business dealings, companies. Harry's got it all. We'll be back in a moment to follow the life further.